Good, gente. It's your boy Conejo. Ya saben, man. Aquí andamos. Pretty much on this one, we're going to be profiling a small town in northern Cali between Salinas, Watsonville. It's a small town, but a lot of people know about that town, right? Because it's a well-respected town. It's actually one of the only towns that I can actually say that they don't have no sureños in that town, right? I could be wrong. I'm probably gonna have some people in the comments telling me, "Fuck, no, you're wrong, bro." But we'll see. We'll see what people say in the comments. But we're gonna be talking about Castroville. Yeah, another Ville town, homie. You know what I'm saying? Another town that funks with my town because of the Ville, because they're Castroville and we Watsonville. You know what I'm saying? But pretty much it's another town that's well respected, homie, in northern Cali, right? It has a lot of big homies in that town, especially because, like I've been saying, it's so close to Salinas. It's literally really close to Salinas. It's they're only a couple lights away, and you're in Salinas. And it's close to Watsonville, so it's still in that cholo fucking style. You know what I mean? They have a lot of hitters that are from Castroville, like Little Man. He's a well-known hermano that came out of there. You know, I happened to do time with him. He was well respected, you know, especially out of state. But I'm gonna be talking about that town, right? Castroville. It's a small, the artichoke town. You know what I'm saying? It's a little small town, but like I've been saying, it's well respected, homie, in the states, in the counties. Well, in the calles, like I've been saying, man, that's the only town that I've seen that doesn't have sureños, right? And one of the reasons why they probably don't have sureños is because it's so small, bro. It's a small town, homie. It's a small town full of raza and full of hitters, right? Because pretty much every single homie that I've seen that comes out of that fucking town is with it, homie. They ain't scared to fight. They ain't with none of that bullshit, homie. They go out of town, homie, to run fades and all that bullshit, right? And they got some red on red set tripping too, homie. I'm not sure how many neighborhoods are there. Because to my knowledge, everyone that I met's been from the same hood. But I know that they go out of town, homie, and like set trip too, you know what I'm saying? I know I have a couple experiences with the homies from Casita, not from Casita Suspensa, bro, from Castroville. Sorry about that. And it's because they used to go to the town, homie, and like, well, it wasn't that they were really like set tripping, bro. It's just that they would hit the town and, well, they're here in the town and they're trying to get at the females that are from the town. And let's be quite real, man. A lot of them females have either been with one of the homies or they've been with the person itself, right? So even though they're probably exes and all this bullshit, they still trip, homie, you know? They see it like, man, these fools are over here coming out of town and pretty much taking our females, right? When in all reality, homie, there's hella females and there's plenty to go around, you know what I mean? But that town right there, bro, even though it's so small, homie, like, you'll be surprised, bro. Like, I've been through it a couple times, right? Because my homeboy lives right there from my hood, and shout outs to my homeboy. He knows who he is. I gotta go for a lineup pretty soon, homie. Line up this fucking back of my little fuzz hairs and shit on my ponytail. But pretty much right there, man. I also had some like recent experiences, right? When I used to have short hair. I remember one time I went for a haircut and to chill with the homie, right? Like I said, one of my homies from my hood stays out that way. And I happened to go get some water. And if you're from Castroville, pretty much there's only one little fucking water machine, right? And I ended up taking my gallon over there to go get some water, homie. And there was a homie from Castroville right there, right, like standing right there by the building, and he seen me, bro, and he approached me straight up, like, "Hey, bro, you a homie?" And I looked at that fool like, "What the fuck?" Like, cause I gotta be quite real, bro. It's when people jam me up like that, I'm technically not a homie no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to them at least, right? Cause they're coming in a gangbanging way. So as soon as they see my bunny or my Playboy bunnies on me, it's all bad, bro. I can't be considered no homie or none of that bullshit with them, right? Even though I'm not tripping on them or none of that, regardless, I still got to be on my toes, and it's just all bad, homie, at the end of the day, right? Like, let's be quite real. And this fool asked me, "Hey, homie, you a homie?" And I look at them like, what? Like, not your homie. That's what I told him, right? I was like, not your homie, bro. And he's like, no, you're from Watson, right? Because I happened to I was wearing one of those sweaters that says Fresero on it, right? And I'll probably put a picture of the sweater one of these days so that you guys can see the logos and show some love to the Watsonville clothing line, you know what I'm saying? To all the Watsonville clothing lines and shit. And I looked at him, I was like, yeah, I'm from Watson, homie. He's like, that's what I meant, homie. You're a Norteño from Watson. And when he said that, homie, I just laughed, right? I was like, look, homie, I'm a writer, G. He's like, what? I was like, I'm a writer. And he's all like, oh, like he said, oh, you know? So I started laughing. I'm like, what's up, G? Like, what do you mean though, right? Like, are you set tripping? He's like, nah, homie. He's like, I was just saying if you were a homie, right? Because I seen the Fresero. And he's all, I just technically wanted to introduce myself. And so I hit him with, well, I was like, hey, homie, they call me Torchly, homie, Northern Rider. And he was in shock, homie, right? So he gave me his hood and his placazo, which I won't say, right? Because I'm not going to burn him, homie. You know, it's fucked up. And he pushed off, homie. But I'm going to be quite real, homie. I was bigger than the homie. You know, I don't know if that makes any difference, right? Because, like, I'm the type of individual, right, that size don't matter, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see some little-ass fools take down some big-ass fools. So, in my point of view, size don't matter. And he ended up pushing off, homie. And to me, it was probably either this fool was smart because, I mean, I wasn't over there just naked, homie. I'll just put it like that, right? I wasn't over there naked, homie. That was before I got busted. And I did have some of those things, allegedly, right? And so I was like, either he's smart because this could have been all bad for both of us, or he was just like, man, fuck this, homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this fool's over here not ashamed or scared to identify himself as a rider, you know? Like, so in his point of view, I'm like, he's like, son of a bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, this fool's over here with them functions. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna lie, bro. As soon as he left, homie, I grabbed my water and I pushed too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna wait there. You know, I wasn't gonna wait there. It's only common sense that this homie right here, after jamming me up or whatever, right? He ended up going back to his hood or to his homies and was like, hey, homie, we have a Northern Rider over there in the fucking water thing, you know? So let's get that nigga. My bad for saying that word, guys. I've been doing good. Damn. All right, but I apologize. So I pushed, homie, and I went to go back to the homie's pad, and I told him, right? And he's like, hey, homie, so don't tell me that these fools ended up following you, right? Because it could be all bad, homie. I mean, like, everybody knows each other right here. You know what I'm saying? So if they seen your car, more than likely they're passing through the streets and all that, right? So I ended up hiding the car. Not hiding it, but I ended up parking it inside the homie's pad because he was a little bit concerned about that, right? It's like, hey, man, if your whip's parked outside, it could bring drama to me, you know? And the homie's not a rider or nothing, right? He's just a regular... He can be considered a regular citizen, homie, you know? Civilian, whatever, right? But he did partake on gangs before, so... In other people's eyes, he's a dropout, homie. I'll call it like it is, you know what I'm saying? He's a dropout. And a lot of people don't fuck with dropouts, you know what I'm saying? And so he was concerned, homie. He told me to move the whip. I moved it. And after that, it was cool, homie. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It was cool. I ended up leaving and didn't hear nothing about it ever again, right? At least the homie didn't tell me, like, hey, I had issues or none of that. But he did tell me, though, that all his neighbors, they all knew him, right? And to their knowledge, they think he's still active, homie, you know? Because he don't want to tell them. He's not going to tell them that he's a dropout or none of that, right? He's just going to tell them Norte, Watson, and that's it, homie. Because that town is really influenced with the whole gangbanging aspect, you know? There's a lot of Norteños right there. I truly believe that the Norteños will always be there, you know? Maybe in the future there'll be a Sureño hood if that town grows a little bit more, because it is growing. I see that they've been building and shit, right? But it's a small town, homie, so we'll see what happens, right? Make sure to leave me comments, homie, if there's any Sureño out there that's from Castroville and you see this, homie, and you're like, man, fuck you, bro. I'm right here, homie. The flag's planted. It's waving. It's fucking blue, pañoed out and everything. Let me know, homie, and I apologize if there is sureños there. But to my knowledge, they don't got sureños there, homie, and it's always been a norteño town, homie. You know, so we'll see what happens, you know. So make sure to leave a comment, homie, if you are sureño or you know of sureños that are from that town. Not that they're from other towns that moved there. No, sureños from Castroville. With all that being said, man, if you like this video, man, make sure to put a thumbs up. If you don't like this video, it's for free, homie. Hit that shit twice. Hit the thumbs down, homie, you know. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, homie. That's also free as well. And yeah, man, let your boy know what you guys think, homie. Make sure to leave a comment. And yeah, man, it's your boy Conejo, and I'm out.